The dad of missing Jay Slater paid an emotional visit to the search site tonight in the first visit by a close family member. Tearful Warren Slater pleaded, "I just want the boy back," as he overlooked the 2,000 feet deep ravine in a remote mountain village of Masca. The 58-year-old was supported by his son, Jay's brother, Zach Slater, who was too upset to comment when approached at a viewing platform. Warren, wearing a dark pair of sunglasses, bucket hat and shorts, wrapped his arm around Zach as they surveyed the scene beneath them. It comes as Tenerife police are investigating a possible new sighting of Jay 10 hours after he was last seen walking up a mountain. Jay disappeared on Monday morning after leaving a small cottage in Masca. As the search entered its 6th day, Jay's mum, Debbie Duncan, revealed a witness went to cops and claimed to have seen the teen sitting on a bench 3.5 miles away. She has vowed to stay on the island for as long as it takes until Jay is found. The sighting was, however, not yet officially confirmed. Jay was last seen walking up a path after asking a local woman about a bus back to his accommodation, an 11-hour trek away. Moments before the interaction, Jay left 2 pals who he met at the NRG Dance Music Festival at their small Airbnb cottage. The search for Jay continues. Despite an extensive search using dogs, drones and a helicopter, no trace of the 19-year-old has been found. Footage released by local authorities shows helicopters soaring across the area behind me, while firefighters, volunteers and cops scour the ground. Jay was last heard from when he called a friend shortly before 9 AM on Monday, the day after he attended the NRG Dance Music Festival here in Tenerife. His last known location was on a mountain road in rural Deteno National Park on the northwest of the island. He had travelled to a rental holiday property in Masca with 2 older pals before attempting a 10-hour trek back to his hotel. The owner of the Airbnb revealed Jay inquired about a local bus route before leaving on a path heading up towards a mountain. Jay left the remote property situated in a deep ravine and called his friend Lucy Law, telling her his friend was about to die and he was stranded and dehydrated in the middle of nowhere. Jay, from Lancashire, has not been seen or heard from since. The Masca ravine is about 3 miles long and 2,000 feet deep, with the hiking trail leading from the hills down to the sea. Jay's family and friends are said to be drained beyond words as they struggle to find answers.
They seem to have used a good range of resources. We're talking about helicopters, drones, dogs, people on the ground. Obviously, it's a very rugged terrain to search, and will have its challenges and with the potential high temperatures as well. So all that makes it quite difficult. Hard to say just how effective the search is being because I'm not there. That's not to criticise it, but it's they seem to have put a lot of effort into it anyway. Well, there are two things. One is on the investigation side to investigate or understand Jay, what his personality is, what he's like, fitness, his what he was doing. We know he was at the party and moved off, and then also and look at the last place he was seen, which give us the first start for the search, and then looking at different hypotheses to try and determine what might have happened. One obvious one was the men missing on men missing on a night out, which is some UK research that looked at young men who go out on a night out, and if they're reported missing and missing for more than 3 days, there's a high probability that they will have died. Majority go into water, probably not a situation that we'd encounter here. But 15% die on land. So it is UK research, but it still holds good elsewhere. And so that would be an initial starting point. However, we also know that a friend, he spoke to someone on the phone around 8:15, or is it 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, in the morning.
Yeah. So that sort of tends to move it a bit away from that. There's also the reports that he went in a car with two men from the party. Again, reports indicate they've now left the island. So that would be a priority action to find out what went on there, where they took him, why they've left the island. Are there any suspicious circumstances that need to be considered? And that will again inform where to search, but it also informs other lines of investigation. The two things go together. Well, so I think that would be the main working hypothesis, that he walked off, got lost, become dehydrated and succumbed to the elements or a fall. However, we mustn't make that the only line of inquiry, and we should be looking at alternatives why it's important to investigate what happened with the two guys who took him away. Does that give a different search location? Are there other things that might have come from that? I mean, stranger abduction is extremely unusual. It's talked about a lot. Statistically, it's very rare. But what happened with them needs to be investigated and understood to help move forward. So we need to move forward on multiple hypotheses and make sure that nothing is missed.